Was no bang in outer space, but there was a flash.
Hi, I am Cyber Eva, you co-host on the Doc Speaks show on Intention Radio and on YouTube, and here is your host Doc, a voice that comes to you from deep in cyberspace.
Thank you, Cyber Reva, for that wonderful introduction. And this is the Doc Speak Show on YouTube, presented by Accelerating Evolution LLC. And I'm the Doc, a voice that comes to you from the internet wilderness deep in cyberspace. And today, I want to continue something that we've been doing for about the last month and a half, is going over one by one the different prophecies by Mark Taylor and some others. And today I want to read one that he wrote, that the Lord spoke to him on July 8th, 2016, which makes that approximately a year. And you're going to see that these things are happening. Now, I'm going to quote what he wrote, and that's quoting what God said. The Spirit of God says, "Woe to those that have tried to enslave my people. For now I will topple you, so-called steeple. It has stood for so long, the beast of old called Babylon. For this new world order that seeks to destroy forgot about my true army that's being deployed. My army rise up with a shout, for this evil reign is being exposed with clout. My army, raise up and take on the beast, and I, the Lord, will take him down to the least. For the beast is roaming, trying to intimidate through assassinations, division, and hate. Rise up, it's time to battle against the beast with extreme prejustice, and you will terminate." Prejustice, and you will terminate. End of quote by the Supreme Commander, God. Now, we've seen an assassination attempt on a senator. It's happened. We've seen two mock forms of assassination of Donald Trump, one in the theater and one by a comedian. We also seen another actor come out of the woodwork, Johnny Depp, who also wants to make assassination remarks. Now we have a producer, the former meathead, that wants to call for a civil war. Now, Paul Ryan, the Reiner, I don't even waste my time learning these people's names. But now, it's happening. It's happening. Those things are taking place. Assassination, division, and hate. We see a lot of hate going on. We see a lot of division. So that's all taking place. So we see that. But now, Mark also had another prophecy that he stated and wrote down earlier, that the Lord gave him earlier, and this goes back to more than a year and a half. Coming November, it'll be 2 years actually. And here's what that particular prophecy states, and this is what the Lord spoke and what the Lord said to Mark Taylor. The Spirit of God says, quote, "Time is up for those who are corrupt, for I shall begin to remove those who stand for evil in leadership and stand in the way of my agenda. Judges, senators, congressmen, and women of all kind, even in local, state, and federal lines. Even the Supreme Court is not immune from their corrupt and evil ways, for I will remove some and expose their backdoor deals which have been at play. For my America has been chosen as the launching platform for my harvest, and she will be a light unto the world once again. And as I clean up that which is the darkest, fear not, America, your greatest days are ahead of you. Arise, my army, and fight, and watch what I will do." End of quote of the Lord's prophecy. Now, look what's going on in this realm. We have corruption being exposed. It started out with Comey. Now, all of a sudden, now, the socialist Bernie Sanders, his wife is under investigation, and that indirectly points to him too. So now he's being exposed, and now he wants to blame Trump and the Republican Party for what his wife did, indirectly speaking. We have the Black Caucus now being caught with their hands in the cookie jar, so they're being exposed. One by one, people are being exposed. Now, there's been 238 people arrested this past week in Los Angeles for pedophilia. And the police did not release names, but they're saying that there's politicians and Hollywood celebrities involved. Okay? Politicians and Hollywood celebrities are involved in pedophilia. So they're being exposed. And and they're the ones that have all the things to say about somebody. They have all the things to say about Donald Trump. So they're being exposed. One by one, they're all being exposed. And the Lord said he would make it happen. Think about that for a moment. Now look at this. This past week, what we've also seen is that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Ginsburg has now been basically ordered to recluse herself from dealing with cases involved with Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. She can't sit and have a view on a case involving him. And why? Because she openly came out with remarks and opinions about the president. Therefore, she is biased, and she cannot rule on law with a bias. So you see here again, the Lord is working his will. People, one by one, the very same people who point their fingers at Donald Trump are the very ones that one by one are being investigated and shown for who and what they really are. Even the media, which is the voice of the beast, the voice for evil, the voice for Satan, is also being exposed, and people are being able to see and discern their lies and deception, because false news is really lies and deception. And that's what is taking place. They're being exposed. And God said he would expose them, and it's happening. Now, we, the army of God, in the physical realm, need to continue to pray. But we not only need to continue to pray, we need to continue to boycott companies that endorse that agenda. We need to promote and support candidates that have a Christian, moral, conservative agenda so that we can move America forward. And that's what the army of God needs to do. We need to pray, and we need to go to work. And in the meantime, we also need to pray that the angels above, the angels in heaven, are also having victory over the demons. And we need to pray for them as well. Keep that in mind and think about that. And that's our show for today. God is exposing corruption, and we're seeing it. One by one, individuals are being exposed for what they really are. And we're seeing it, and we need to continue to pray that God will continue to expose all the evil that's in Washington, D.C., and elsewhere around the country in political offices. And our next show, I want to highlight the next show, since the media seems to keep dwelling on a Russian conspiracy to have Donald Trump become president, which is a total hoax, and everybody's starting to see that too. It's being revealed. We're going to focus next time on victories, because while they're doing that, God has been using Donald Trump to make some really, really great victories. And it's happening. One by one, he's winning because of the Lord. It's God is in control. So until next time, I hope you continue to pray for the army of God. I hope you continue to pray for our president. I hope you continue to pray that God's will be done. And that until next time, God bless.